everyone, it's Nell with Little Yellow House Crafts. Welcome back to my channel. It's been like almost a month since I've done a cross stitch update, so I have so much to show you guys. Sorry this video is a little bit later than usual. This morning our church had a big regional meeting, and it was broadcast over the internet so people could watch it from their homes. Because of coronavirus, they didn't want over 1,000 people trying to gather inside the church. But they asked me to sing, so I had to go and be there in person so that I could sing, and I sang a solo. I don't know if you guys know that I sing. I'm a soprano, and I sang a song this morning, so that's why I'm all fancy with like lipstick on and stuff, and this video is a little bit late. I just ate some lunch and now I'm ready to show you a little update. I hope you are all doing really well. I hope you are healthy and happy. This last week was very stressful here in the United States, but I'm glad to be with you this morning and I have lots of fun stuff to show you. So let's just jump right in. I don't really have any like family updates. Things are going kind of same as usual for us, you know, as homeschoolers. Nothing much changes. But yeah, we're all doing well, and we are staying here for Thanksgiving. We're not traveling. We will probably try to get together with my in-laws, but that also just depends on us all being able to stay kind of quarantined and stay healthy. So who knows? I mean, we're going to be flexible, but we are looking forward to Thanksgiving. I love this time of year. October, November, and December are my favorite 3 months of the whole year. So I'm kind of sad October's already over, but if you can hear screaming, my little boys are out in the backyard with some of the neighborhood kids, and they're being very noisy, but I don't want to ask them to be quiet because they're little boys. So, you know, just ignore the sounds. Tune it out. If you're a parent, you know how to tune out screaming children. Let's get into it. I have some finishes to show you. Some are cross stitch, one is not cross stitch, and one, if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen. But let's just get into it. I have only one that's fully finished, and that is my dress. Do you guys remember last week in my Stitch With Me video, I told you I was wearing a dress that I had made, and so I am going to show you the dress I made. So this is the pattern I used. It's a McCalls pattern. This is not sponsored. I bought this with my own money. It's all really poofy because I put all the pattern pieces back in. This is a McCalls pattern M6891. And it's a shirt dress pattern, and I kind of did a mashup of B and C. I wanted the longer sleeves of B, but I also wanted the longer length of C. So it comes to my knees. My dress comes down to my knees, but it has the long sleeves, and the sleeves can roll up and then have a little button tab to kind of cuff them at about a 3/4 length, kind of around the elbow, and it's really cute and really flattering with them cuffed up. I also did make this sash on C. If you can see, she's wearing a belt. There's one here on D as well. I went ahead and made the sash because I didn't have a belt I wanted to wear with it, so I also made the sash. And what started it all is I saw an ad on Facebook. You can see it, here it is. So my fashion style, kind of my whole look is a very, I don't want to say preppy, a little bit preppy, kind of classic. I try to go for, you know, kind of classic, elegant, timeless kind of looks, but it is influenced by preppy. My style icon is Kate Middleton, the Duchess, and I just love how she dresses. I think she dresses very elegantly and sophisticatedly, but with a lot of class and simplicity, and that's kind of what I aspire to be. But anyway, I saw an ad from a very preppy like clothing company for these fall dresses that were made of plaid. They were shirt dresses, but they were very, very short, and they were like $150, and I loved them. I thought it was so cute and so fall, and I just absolutely adored them, but they were too short for me because I like my skirts to come to my knees. And I didn't want to spend $150. So I went off to Joann's, got myself a shirt dress pattern. bought myself some plaid fabric and I made myself a dress. Now this is flannel. It is actually plaid flannel, so it's very warm and cozy and it feels like wearing pajamas as a dress. And this is it. So you can see it has a collar, and I will say, holy Moses, trying to match all of these gigantic plaids was a lot of work. Let's just put it that way, so that, you know, the collars matched each other, so that the plaids met each other at the right place. I mean, it was an enormous amount of work. There's you can see the sash is right there. It was a lot of work getting all those plaids to match, and I ended up needing to buy like a full 1.5 yards extra fabric, and I barely had enough. I needed to cut out my final pattern piece, and I had exactly how much I needed, because when you're matching plaids, especially because they're so big, you end up wasting a lot more fabric because you have to move the pattern pieces around. Anyway, it was a lot of work, but it was worth it because look at how beautiful. So it has a collar because it's a shirt dress, and then it has sleeves that are cuffed with buttons at the bottom, and you can't see the little tab because it's inside the sleeve, but there's a little tab here so you can roll up the sleeves and button them in place. And then the skirt, ooh, you can see it's a nice full skirt. It's not a full circle skirt, but it's a very nice like A-line skirt with some volume. And then it has, of course, because all dresses should, if I can find it, there it is. It has pockets on both sides, obviously. And yeah, buttoned all the way down. So buttons start up here and go all the way down to just above the bottom of the dress. There's the last button. And it's adorable. So, funny story. Oh, and it fits really well because if you sew from commercial patterns frequently, you already know this, but in case you didn't know, most commercial patterns sorry, the lighting's not great because it's later in the day and it keeps blowing out, and I apologize, but there's nothing I can do, so we're gonna live with it. Commercial patterns by companies like McCalls or Simplicity or Vogue or Butterick, they are typically designed for women with a cup size B, which I find hilarious because the average American woman is not a cup size B, but whatever. They have sizes all the way up to, you know, plus sizes. In patterns, so pattern sizing is different than normal US dress sizing. It's more traditional sizing, you know, how you've probably heard of how companies have done like vanity sizing and basically making us feel like we're in smaller sizes over the past 50 years. That to say, in regular clothes, I'm a size 6. I'm a true size 6, but I do not wear a cup size B. I'm a 34D. And so in pattern sizes, I am a size 14, true size 6, but I'm more of a size 14, except in the bust. My bust is bigger than the size 14 is made for. And so if you have a bust size or hips or whatever, you know, measurement that is larger than the rest of your measurements, you have to alter your pattern. And I had never done that before. I watched a couple of YouTube tutorials on how to do it, and I altered my bodice pattern for the bodice of the dress so that it would fit more comfortably over my bust, and it worked. It worked like a charm. I didn't have to change anything really with the pattern. I just altered it, you know, put some paper behind the pattern and drew a new, you know, cutting line, and it worked great. So I was really proud of myself for that because I altered a pattern to fit me better, and so the fit of the dress is perfect. I absolutely love it. What was I gonna say? I don't know, I lost my train of thought. But all of this to say, I made myself a dress and it's super cute. I actually wore it last weekend when I was out grocery shopping because I just really wanted to wear it. I had just finished it that day and I really wanted to wear it. So I put it on with some cute brown leather riding boots, and I went grocery shopping, and I had 3 different people stop me and comment on my dress and tell me how cute they thought it was, one of whom was a man. A man, I was putting my groceries away, I was out in the parking lot, and this man goes walking by and he looks over and he goes, "Hey, I like your dress." Thank you. So I'm really proud of myself. I think it's really cute. It's very fall in that kind of tartan plaid. It's gonna be a cute Christmas dress. It's totally Christmassy, and it's flannel, so it is warm and cuddly and cozy. So that is my first finish. I will say the collar was a bit of a beast. I have never tried to make a collar out of flannel, and flannel's pretty thick and bulky, and it was a challenge to get it all to lie flat, and the points on this collar are not as sharp as they would be if I had used like a poplin or a cotton fabric where you can get more of a crisp point, but I don't care. Nobody's gonna notice that my collar points aren't super sharp because I used flannel, and it's really cute, and I'm super proud of it, and I think it looks really cute on. And see, something's too expensive, not perfect online, make it yourself. So I hadn't sewn from a pattern since college. And yeah, it was fun to make. So that was my fully finished object, and I'm counting it because it's stitching. It may not be cross stitching, but it's still stitching. Stitching on a machine counts. And I had to do a lot of hand stitching around that hem. I had to hem it by hand. Next, very exciting finish. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw I finished my stocking. I shouldn't say my stocking, Jamie's stocking. I finished it at long last. And I just have to thank you all, because you guys have been such great cheerleaders for me on getting this done. I really wanted to get it done this year. You know, he's 2.5, and I was like, the poor kid needs his stocking. And so thank you for giving me the motivation when I didn't feel like working on it, and for cheering me on. This week was actually a great time to work on this because I was stressed out from election stuff, and then we decided to potty train Jamie, and so, for a few days I just basically had to sit at the table and every 15 minutes check with him if he needed to go potty. And so I just sat and stitched, and it was great. I was able to get the whole thing done. So here it is. You can see I finished the bottom. This was what we worked on the Stitch With Me last week, was getting the snow done and getting some of this brown in. Finished the brown, got the tree all filled in. I went ahead and back stitched the dad and the rope he has around the tree and the dog. Those were the last foreground things I had to back stitch. Oh, and also this last little bit of fence I had to back stitch. And then I went over, and I was dreading these, and I had been putting them off from the beginning. I had to back stitch these aspen trees and all of this. Look at how much back stitch that is. It took 3 solid hours probably to back stitch all of this, and it doesn't even look like that much in the camera. There's like 3 times as much back stitch as you're seeing right now, and it's in like 2 or 3 different colors. It was a beast, and they start all the way down here, and you have to back stitch all the way up, and that's where the top back stitch. I mean, these things are huge. It took forever. So I did that, and then the last thing I had to do was put in all of these French knots. These are all French knots, and they look like Christmas lights. It's so pretty. I love how those French knots turned out. I will say, with the back stitch on these trees, I almost never ever mark my charts. I'm trying to think of what I was gonna say. I never mark my charts. I don't find it difficult to keep my place when I'm stitching, and so I don't mark on my charts. However, I had to mark my chart when I was doing this. You can see how much back stitching there is there, and it was in different colors, and it was very difficult to keep my place because it looks so similar everywhere. And so I just grabbed a Sharpie, and as I did things, I drew over them with the Sharpie, and this saved my bacon. So, even if you don't normally mark on your charts, I mean, for something like this, yeah. And I was fine with it because I was completely done with the stocking other than this back stitch. So it didn't matter if I drew over stuff. I wasn't going to need to reference it again. And yeah, this saved my bacon, marking my chart. So it's done. I am so absolutely thrilled. I need to take it to the fabric store this week and pick out a backing fabric to do my quilted backing that I do for all of my stockings, and I'm probably going to work on finishing this in the next 2 weeks so that when I decorate for Christmas after Thanksgiving's done, Jamie's stocking can go up with the rest of our families. And I'm just so pleased. I get asked all the time where to find this pattern. This is a kit. It is a Dimensions Gold collection kit. All of the stockings I have stitched for my family have been Dimensions Gold, the Gold collection by Dimensions. And this one, from what I can find out, I think it may not be in print anymore. This one was released in 2007, and yeah, it's probably out of print. However, there are a lot of people who love these and collect these charts or these kits, and you can often find them on eBay. Pardon me, I just ate lunch. So if you really love the Christmas Eve fun stocking and you're just desperate to have it, hop on eBay. You can find all kinds of retired Dimensions Gold kits on eBay. Sometimes they're a little more expensive than you would pay when they were new, but if there's one you desperately love, it might be worth it. There are some from the 90s that are really hard to find and are very sought after, and collectors pay well over $100 for those kits, which seems kind of absurd to me. I think some of the most rare ones I've seen for like the $300 range. But if you're a collector, you know, you're not purchasing it because you want to stitch it, you're purchasing it to collect. And everyone collects something. If that's what you want to spend your money on, you go, you. But yeah, that's Christmas Eve fun stocking, and I've had it for years in my stash, just waiting to be stitched for a future child. And it was funny, I finally finished this and I looked at my husband and said, and now we're done having kids, right? Because I really don't want to stitch another one of them. We're not sure. We're not sure if we're done, but for now we're done. And if we are done, I will never have to stitch another stocking until I have grandkids. No, I'm not committing to that. I am not committing to that right now. Anyway, so that one needs to be finished. The last finishes I have 2 finishes and 1 almost finish, and that was the new installments of the Shannon Christine Ornament Club. This was the October installment. Sorry, my printer. We really need new printer toner, but it was Warm and Bright. Oh, Merry and Bright. Merry and Bright and Joy, Peace, and Love. And so these were the October installment, and I finished those. I'll show you them in a minute. And then we had the October freebie for those who are on her Facebook group. This was the freebie for October. And it says Warm Wishes and has mittens. And this one released a little bit late. Shannon was dealing with some health struggles, and so this one didn't come out till, they usually come out around the middle of the month, the freebies, but this one didn't come out until maybe a couple of days before Halloween. So I wasn't able to get that finished before the end of the month, but it's almost done. So here are Merry and Bright, and it looks like it's missing something because beads are gonna go in them, but I'm not beading until the very end. There's Joy, Peace, and Love. That one's completely done. And there's Warm Wishes. And you can see all I have left, I need to finish that bottom border, and then I need to put in some Krynic. I have a couple of stars to put in, and I think 1 more snowflake. And then there's some gold Krynic going through the mittens on that zigzag. And then, of course, there will be beads added at the end that are not being added right now. But that was October's installment of the Christmas ornament sal from Shannon Christine. Here's the whole thing so far. I have 9 almost finished, and there's only 6 left. November and December. We'll go right here and here. November and December. So really pleased with those. Just loving them. She's so gifted. She's a very talented designer, and her designs are just so cute and clever. So those were my finishes for the last few weeks. It feels like I didn't do a whole lot, but I mean, I made a dress and I finished my stockings. So I had a couple big finishes. I didn't have as many small finishes, and I don't have any other whips to show you. The ornament sal is the only other whip I've worked on because I finished some really big stuff. So that is my update on my stitching. I think I really want to start something new. I need to go through my whip bin and see if I have any other, seasonal pieces to work on, any other Christmas or Thanksgiving or fall or winter themed pieces that I need to work on. But that being said, I'd also like to start something new. another bigger piece. Since I finished my stocking, I think it would be fun. I know I have other big pieces I could work on, but sometimes you just want a new start, right? Oh, and I know it's after Halloween now. This little guy got put to the wayside with bag sale and then stocking, you know, stocking work, and then making a dress. I kind of stopped working on this, but I would like to finish it before I like put it away until next year. And that was my drawn thread, Little Bits of Halloween. I am nearly done with this one. I could probably finish it in 2 days if I just sat down and did it. So I think I'd like to finish that this week before I put it away, because it's so close to being done. And I know it's after Halloween, but what else is new? I never finish anything on time, except for my stocking. That one's done in time for Christmas. So I might pull that back out and finish that before I put it away. That's it for stitching. Let's do a little bit of purchases. I do have some purchases, and then we're gonna do our giveaway. Remember, I'm giving away 2 of my project bags. We're gonna do our giveaway today. Let's do some Amazon haul. So remember I showed you back in September, I wanted some new throw pillows for our couches in our living room, and I wanted them to be Halloween themed. And I bought the 4, you know, smaller, I think they're 18-inch pillow covers for like Halloween. But then I got 2 of these larger 22-inch pillow covers to go with it. And I chose this orange check because I wanted it to go from Halloween through Thanksgiving. And so these are still out. The Halloween pillowcases have been taken off and put away, but these are still out, the orange check larger pillows. And I found some Thanksgiving pillowcases. So here are my Thanksgiving ones, and I am gonna put these in my Amazon shop. So if you love these and you want them, they're not expensive. I think they were less than $20 for this set of 4. You do have to have your own pillow forms, but those are also in my Amazon shop. You can see the ones that I use. But this was the set of 4, and they're still a little bit, like, you can see the fold lines from them in the packaging because I just got them and put them on. But the first one is Be Grateful, and you can see how cute they look with the orange check. So I wanted ones that were colorful but still had kind of the kind of calligraphy, you know, words on there. I didn't just want pictures. So that one says Be Grateful in like a wreath of leaves. Then we have Give Thanks. And then we have Fall Breeze and Autumn Leaves. That one's cute. I like that one a lot. And the last one says Fall is in the Air. And so we have these 4, you know, autumn, Thanksgiving, give thanks, blessings kind of pillowcases to go with our 2 big orange check ones. And these are on our couches in the living room. I do decorate for Thanksgiving. I'm kind of I'm a little bit of a weirdo. I like my decor to change kind of monthly, which I know is a lot. If you decorate heavily, that would be kind of a lot to keep up with, but I don't decorate super heavily. I put out, you know, the seasonal items that I have and then put away the other ones, but I don't have tons because I have little children and I don't like clutter, and so it's easy for me to change out my decor every month. So I do decorate for Thanksgiving. I know some people go straight from Halloween to Christmas decorations, but I don't. I usually put up my Christmas decorations the day after Thanksgiving, usually on Black Friday, is usually when we pull out our Christmas tree and decorate our Christmas tree. Because I like to have it up for the whole month of December, and we don't use real trees, usually because of my allergies. So we can do that. We can put our Christmas tree up that early. But yeah, I do decorate for Thanksgiving, and I love these pillow covers, and I think they're so cute, and they look good with my orange check pillowcases. But for those of you who do like to go straight to Christmas, I went ahead and purchased some Christmas pillow covers for when I'm ready to do that decorating, and I'm going to show you the ones I got. Sorry, they're still wrapped up, so if you don't like crinkling, plug your ears. You could just pretend this is an ASMR video. First, I grabbed, for my 22-inch pillows, the big ones, I grabbed some buffalo check. Some red and black buffalo check for the big 22-inch pillows. So there's 2 of those. 1, 2. And then for the small pillows, and I'll put these in my Amazon store too, my Amazon page, so that you can find them if you like them. Again, I wanted some with a little bit of color. I wanted them to coordinate with the buffalo check, obviously, and I wanted them to be like kind of cute and a little bit vintage looking, and I found these, and these were my favorite. There were quite a few options, but these were my favorite. So we have Farm Fresh Christmas trees, pine, spruce, fir, complimentary cider and hot cocoa, cut and carry. That's cute. And look at how cute that will look with the black and red buffalo check. Can you see how adorable? Okay, so that was the first one. And these fit the 18-inch pillows. This one says, old-fashioned candy canes. Open daily, hand-rolled, 5 cents, Kringle Candy Company. Adorable. So we've had a Christmas tree one, a candy cane one. We have old-fashioned sleigh rides, 25 cents. Hot cocoa, cozy blankets, candy canes, apple cider, North Pole. And there's some reindeer. And then the last one, hot cocoa since 1867 with extra marshmallows, North Pole, served daily with Christmas spirit. So I just thought these were so cute. They look kind of like vintage ads, and they look like they come from the North Pole, and they're gonna look so cute with my red and black buffalo check big pillows. So if you go straight to Christmas decorating, I will put these in my Amazon store so you can find them. But if you're like me and you want to do Thanksgiving first, those will be in there too. So that was what I got from Amazon. Next bit of haul, I received the next installment of the Shannon Christine Designs Christmas Ornament Club. This is for November, and this is Christmas Club 4. Again, apologies for the poor print job. We have a Cup of Cheer and Happy Holidays. And these are in that pink and aqua colorway because she kind of goes back and forth between the red and green and the pink and aqua. So last month was red and green, this month is pink and aqua. Cup of Cheer and Happy Holidays. Super cute. Excited to start those when I finish that last freebie. I'll probably have like 2 hours of work left on that and it's done. And then last bit of haul, if I can reach it. I did order some stuff. I needed to. Remember how I needed gold Kreinik? So, funny story. You guys were all so helpful in helping me find the 002HL gold Kreinik, which is what I've been using on my Christmas ornaments, and I was running out. And I found it at a couple different places, but then I didn't place an order because I was waiting to see if I was going to order other things, and it kind of, I like lost track of the fact that I was going to place an order. So then I was working on my Christmas ornaments again and realized, oh no, I need to order that Kreinik, I forgot. And I go on and 1, 2, 3 Stitch only had one left. After they had notified me, they had gotten more in stock and everyone was like, oh, they have it now. And by the time I got there, they only had one left. They did at the time, I think they said they had 2 available. So I ordered both and one is on its way to me now. It was back ordered. So they sent me one with this order of the other stuff I'm going to show you. And then I have one more of these on the way. And I think that should be more than enough. I think 2 spools should be more than enough to finish my Christmas ornament series from Shannon Christine. And yeah, it's just a really, really sparkly, like true gold. It's my favorite Kreinik gold. 002HL. Can you see that? How do YouTubers do this? 002HL. I don't know if you can see that at all, but it's gold. And then I ordered some Q-snap clamps. I have been using Q-snaps for well over 10 years now, and my actual frames, the actual Q-snap frames, like never die. They're super strong. But the clamps, because the clamps are constantly coming off and going back on and stretching over fabric and sometimes extra fabric, they do eventually crack. If your Q-snap clamps are not cracked, but they're just stretched out, they've like loosened up and they're too wide and they're not holding tightly anymore, you can put 1 or 2 rubber bands around the clamp tightly so that it kind of closes it a little bit, and then run it in your dishwasher and on the top rack, and it kind of breathes new life into your clamps, kind of tightens them up again. But this is not a permanent fix. Eventually these will crack. They are plastic. They're not meant to last forever, and that's why they sell them. They sell replacement clamps. They're not expensive. This was like $3 for a set of 2 replacement clamps. These fit the 8-inch frame, which is my favorite size of Q-snap, and I had one crack. I have 2 or 3 Q-snaps in the 8-inch size because I use them a lot. And one of my clamps cracked on one of my frames. So I bought a pack of 2 to replace it and then have one extra. And then I did buy some patterns and a little bit of fabric because... hello, I'm a stitcher. And the first one I bought, this is the last that I needed in what she has currently released of the Waxing Moon Designs house trios. I know she's been releasing other trios that have like characters. So she's had like Santa Claus and turkeys and other characters, but of the house trios, this was the last one that I was needing to buy to complete my collection. She may come out with more of them, but I now have every house trio that she has designed. This is the Christmas house trio. It says Christmas, on one side it says Merry, and on the other side it says Bright, and I love that we've got Santa Claus up here with his reindeer. I think that's so cute. So I bought the Christmas house trio because I wanted to complete my collection, and I probably will stitch that someday. Let's be honest, it's right up my alley. I also saw this when I was looking at that, and I just had to get it. This is not brand new. I think this came out last year. Yeah, 2019. Away we go. This is Country Cottage Needleworks. Ho, 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 and away we go. Adorable. Sorry for the glare. There we go. Santa, again, flying over a trio of houses. It's very, you know, it's me. Colorful. I love that they stitched it on black. I don't know if I'll stitch it on black or charcoal, or maybe I was thinking it might look really good on like a dark navy blue, so it almost looks like a night sky. I don't know. I haven't decided. If you have a good suggestion for a dark fabric. I do want to do it on a dark fabric though, because Santa Claus comes at nighttime and there's a moon over here, and so I want to know what your suggestion is of fabric. If you would just do it on regular black, or if you would go maybe with a dark gray or a dark blue, or if there's a hand dyed out there that you know of that you think would be perfect. I don't know if Picture This Plus has like a really deep navy or something. I don't know. So that's Ho 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 and Away We Go. No, Away We Go. Just Away We Go by Country Cottage Needleworks. How about that? And then the last 2 patterns I bought, I have been wanting to collect these since she started releasing them, but it just was never the right time, and I decided to finally jump in. So I bought 2 of Plum Street Samplers, Paulette Stewart, 2 of her like stacks. She's done these like animal stacks. They're so cute. I purchased, so I bought one for Thanksgiving and one for Christmas. I bought the Gobble Gob, which is like 3 turkeys. It's very Thanksgiving fallish, with the corn and it looks like bittersweet flowers. Look at how cute they are. So it's 3 turkeys standing on top of each other. So that's Gobble Gob. And then I bought one for Christmas, and this is called Rack Stack. And these are like the reindeer. And they're so cute. A daddy, a mama, and a baby deer. I don't know if they're supposed to be reindeer or just regular deer, but I bought Gobble Gob and Rack Stack, and I don't have any of her like animal stacks, so I was excited to get these, and I want more of them. Let's be honest, I want all of them, okay? I want the whole series, the whole collection, but for now, this is a good place to start because these are seasonally appropriate for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And to go with these, I wanted to try playing with some new fabric that I had never tried before. So for Gobble Gob, I wanted to try a hand-dyed that was kind of tan or yellowish, the way this one is. And so I got 2 from these are both from Picture This Plus, and I picked two, and I just chose some small, you know, small cuts to see what I could, to just kind of see what I liked, because these are small patterns. So the first one I got, I always buy 32 count linen because that's my go-to, and this is 32 count Heartland, and it's kind of a nice gold. It looks a little bit grayer in the camera, but it's actually a little more gold than it's showing up. Do I have some white? Here we go. Let's see if you can see. There you go. It's a little bit more gold. It has some more yellow in it than a lot of neutrals. And I think I like this one. I think this is my favorite for the Gobble Gob. The other one I got is 32 count Moon Glow, and this one turned out to be much more yellow than I was expecting. This is like very, very yellow. Again, that's not a bad thing. I'm just not sure it's right for it. There you go. Look how yellow. I think it's beautiful. This is absolutely gorgeous fabric. It's like a beautiful buttery yellow. I'm just not sure it's right for the turkeys. Or maybe I'm wrong. Do you guys like the yellow, the Moon Glow better for the turkeys? Or do you like the Heartland, which is more gold, less yellow, more gold? Oops, I'm dropping everything. This is hard work, guys. Being a YouTuber is hard. Just kidding, it's not hard. Gobble Gob, what do you think? Heartland or Moon Glow? I'm leaning toward Heartland, but I am open to Moon Glow if enough people think it would look absolutely amazing on yellow. I'm not opposed to trying that. So those were the two I got to decide between for that one. And for Rack Stack, I really liked this kind of deep aqua that was behind them. I thought it looked really Christmassy and looks really good with the colors of the deer, even though we all know I'm gonna choose my own threads. But I'm gonna choose threads that match her threads. I'm not gonna go crazy. So I bought two, and there's in different like levels of deepness. The first one is 32 count Glacier. This is beautiful. This is like, I like the modeling on that side even better. This is like a lighter aqua. It's maybe a hair lighter than the one she did, but it's in the same kind of color family. It looks very like icy wintry. So that is Glacier, 32 count Glacier. And then I bought one that's much deeper, and this is 32 count Loch. 32 count Loch, Belfast. Do you like how I say Loch? The glare. There you go. 32 count Loch, Belfast linen. And I am this is one where I'm really torn. Because on the one hand, I love this lighter aqua. It's probably slightly closer to the one that she used in the example, what's that called? The model stitch. But on the other hand, that Loch is really beautiful, and the snow in particular I think would pop amazingly on that darker one, and would make it look a little bit deeper. I don't know. Again, guys, give me your input. Do you prefer, sorry the glare is so horrible. Ooh, and the sun just came out, and look at the, good thing we're almost done. Do you like the Glacier better or the Loch for the Rack Stack? Comment down below. Moon Glow or Heartland for Gobble Gob, and Glacier or Loch for the Rack Stack. Tell me which one. That was all my haul. Let's do the giveaway. Okay. Come on. I am giving away one bitty bag and one big bag from the line that I released a few weeks ago now. These are my project bags that I make. They are zipped and they have pretty fabric on the inside. So that one has that magenta leaf pattern on the inside, and this one has the magenta leaf on the outside, and the inside is the navy like peacock feather with gold lining on the inside. So this is the bitty bag and this is the big bag. I'm giving away both of these to 2 different subscribers, and it's just going to be random, you know, who gets what. So let's start with the bitty bag. I'm pulling up, okay, this is, oh, my baby's crying. It's okay, his dad is with him. He's okay. So we're on the YouTube random comment picker, and from my video where we were looking at my box of beauty, not shame, and we had 282 unique comments. And so let's start for the bitty bag. This is the smaller bag, great for like accessories or a small hooper frame. Wow, he's screaming. Sorry guys. His dad is with him, he's okay. Here we go. Random winner for the bitty bag. Here we go. Crafting with Susie Q. Susie Q. She said, I really enjoyed seeing all your finished work, and it shouldn't be your box of shame, but your brag box. And she said she has a red sampler that was her first finished cross stitch since starting back into cross stitching, that she wanted to finally get framed and finished, because I asked you all to share with me what's something that you finished but have never fully finished. So Crafting with Susie Q, congratulations, you have won this bitty bag. Please send me an email. I'll leave my email down below, and you can get in contact with me with your mailing address so I can send that to you. So I just took a screenshot of that one, and now let's do it again. We are going to pick another winner, this time for the big bag. The winner is Michelle L. Michelle L. Michelle L says, leave the per schooler patriotic as one piece. It's wonderful that way. Frame it with a blue frame. Maybe a red frame insert. She loves it. So thank you, Michelle. And Michelle L, you win the big bag. So again, if you would please comment, or not comment, find my email listed down below in the description box. Send me an email with your mailing address, and I will get your prize sent off to you. So congratulations, Susie Q and Michelle L, on winning the giveaway. That's all I've got for you today, guys. I don't have any giveaways for today, but maybe next time, you never know. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing what I'm up to. I hope that you are having a wonderful day and a nice weekend. I hope you had a nice October, whatever you did, and I'm so glad that we're in November now. I know all of you Canadians have already celebrated Halloween, but for you fellow Americans, it's exciting to be in a month where we remember our blessings and get to feel gratitude for what we have. So that's all for today, guys. I will catch you either next week or the week after. I'm not sure. It just kind of depends on life and how busy we are, but hopefully soon. And in the meantime, happy stitching. Bye.